Hi everybody. This is our last proper gathering on the series of Sabbath under this idea of Jesus Pathways. And there are pages of things that I could continue sharing. So I've thought over the last week if there's anything that I'd like to leave us with, to think about or reiterate. So I'll do that, and then I'll leave you a few questions that you can use as dialogue starters around the table, because hopefully you're able to meet with someone for a meal tonight as something different for our church gatherings while we're still able. Two thoughts actually that I want to leave you with. Sabbath is actually a mental state. It's a discipline because we don't naturally live in that state. And so we are disciplined about Sabbath and its ideas and its theology on a Sunday or a Saturday or whenever you choose, so that we can be better formed by those thoughts and ideas so that they follow us into our week. We want to live a Sabbath life as Jesus did, meaning that he was at constant peace and constant rest because he perfectly knew who he was, so he perfectly knew who his Father was, and that he was in charge, and he was simply listening for what the Father would say and doing that, and resting in the fact that the Father has everything under control. So it is not a matter of doing nothing or doing work. It is a matter of where is the place we work from, and where is the place that we find true rest in. So that's my first thought. The second thought is that Sabbath is not a goal unto itself. To say, my goal is running is probably untrue, because I hate running. My goal is health, and running is a means to health for me. And so Sabbath is not a goal. It is simply something that gets us to a better place of health. So as we think about this, I hope that we focus on it in a good way, but remember that it is not the goal. It is getting us somewhere better in our spiritual life and place with God. I think also, too, the other thing that has crossed my mind this week is to be sure that Sabbath is something that improves our week. We don't grade ourselves on Sabbath. Very rarely have I felt like that was a A+ Sabbath for me. It's always been more of a how was my week because I Sabbathed. So again, with the exercise, I look at my overall health and think, well, it's probably because I'm doing the running, not because I loved the running, and not because I'm particularly good at it. So for those of you trying and maybe feeling like, I'm not sure I'm really good at this, take a different perspective. How is your work week going? Because we're trying to discipline ourselves with these ideas on a Sabbath. So hopefully those are probably more than two thoughts that I shared of the dangling ones that I've thought. So tonight for your meal, I think it'd be great for you to just share some of your experiences. Choose one thing that you think has worked really well for you in trying Sabbath. And then also share, which is kind of similar, share a joy and maybe a frustration. So a high and a low. So again, what's something that's working for you in your Sabbath discipline? And then what is a Sabbath high and low? And remember, the low is not necessarily criticism, it's just something you may be working through. And that could lead you to prayer for each other around the table tonight, to just pray that we as a church are all listening to the Father as we wrestle through what Sabbath is opening up and revealing to us. So enjoy your meal tonight, and we'll see you soon.